Hello, everybody, and welcome back to When Reality Hits with Jax and Brittany.
Hey, everybody.
We are so happy to be back in LA. We have been so busy. We traveled to Kentucky and then to New York City, back to Kentucky, then to Vegas, and now we're finally back in LA at our house. It's been a crazy couple of weeks, but we've had a lot of fun.
Yeah, we did our first podcast abroad with Tom Schwartz, which was really, really good.
Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yeah, I think he finally got to say what was on his mind.
Yeah.
I had a tendency to talk over him a little bit, but there was just so much to say, and I wanted to...
We had so many questions we were trying to get in.
I know. We had a little bit of a time restraint on that, so we wanted to get everything out. So I apologize if I was talking over Tom and all, but I like to think for the most part that he said everything that was on his mind, and hopefully it cleared up a lot of things. Just to recap on that, I think he was kind of caught between a rock and a hard place on this, and I think he's going through a lot, and I think he's coming up and doing better now. And
I think it was important that he was honest and noticed that he messed up.
Right.
You know, like I think that was what needed to be said, is that he knows that he messed up and that he's taking a break from Sandoval, and that is just, that's all very positive.
And I think,
moves to, forward.
It's just good for his mental well-being, too. Right now, he's, like I said, going through a lot personally, so I think that's a good thing for him.
Yes. So to recap, we were in Kentucky, where I'm from. I'm from Winchester, Kentucky. For those of you who don't know, my nephew, Braden, graduated high school, so we got to see him graduate. That was awesome. We had a graduation party for him that I helped decorate and help put together with my mom and my sister, and it was so much fun. I can't believe that my nephew is already graduating high school. It makes me feel so old, and I just love him so much. And then also, my little brother, Blake, got married to Kristen. It was such a beautiful wedding. We had the best time ever. Cruz was supposed to be a ring bearer. He just turned 2, so he's kind of a shy kid. He definitely... Okay, it was like 100 degrees, right, Jax?
Yeah, it was 100 degrees outside. He was in a polyester
tuxedo, three-piece. He looked so cute, but he was not in a good mood. Missed his nap, was like not having it.
He did not get his pregame chicken nuggets.
But Kristen, my sister-in-law, she was so sweet. She was texting me the day, if Chris doesn't walk down the aisle, it's fine. I'm like, this is your wedding day, and you're texting me telling me it's okay. Like, she's just so sweet. I'm so glad that she married my brother. It was just amazing. But it was so funny. Jax was holding Cruz and just put him at the end of the aisle, and Cruz was just like, no!
Oh, he went full, like, limp. Played like, a dead body. And then,
he was like, no.
He was not having it.
Everybody just kind of giggled for a second, and Jax just took him away. I was like, Jax, no matter what, if Cruz does not go down the aisle with my niece Presley, who was the flower girl, it was adorable. I was like, just do not walk down the aisle with him, because I could see Jax just walking down the aisle to my seat with the baby. I was like, no, okay, just make sure you go around the outside, because I was in the front trying to get him to walk towards me, but I was also in heels, so I had Jax do all the heavy lifting and running that day.
It was a great day. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, but he wasn't... It definitely didn't make it down the aisle that day, but he was just so cute. And it was so amazing to see him with all of his family and playing with his cousins and just having the best time and doing all the things that I did whenever I was little, like playing in my mama's pool, running out on the farm, playing with the horses. He just loves all the animals, and it's just so cute to watch him learn and grow. It's my favorite thing ever. I mean, he's only 2. That's pretty young for a ring bearer, so he did good. He was so cute, all the pictures and whatever. I was proud of him. He's a little angel.
Then we left Cruz in Kentucky and hopped on a plane and shot over to New York City for the reunion watch party.
Yes, we were like the surprise guest that Bravo flew up, which was cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. The bar was just, I can't remember the name of the bar, but it was so cool. Do you remember the name of the bar?
I don't, but it was just amazing seeing all the people. We took so many photos, and like people were telling us so many stories, how they relate. I had so many people come up to me talking to me about weight loss after having a child, and how much that being so open and honest about my journey meant to them and helped motivate them as well. And that just meant so much to me, because I just try to be open and honest about everything that I do. And, it was a struggle. So hearing other women say that I helped inspire them just really, really, really meant a lot to me.
And I don't know if you noticed, I don't know if you were there or not, I got behind the bar again. It's been many, many years since I've been behind the bar, but it was so much fun making shots again for everybody. Again, everybody coming up to us, we miss you, we want you back on the show. Everybody was just so nice, and it was just kind of, it brought back a lot of the feelings.
Yes.
So we just had such a great time.
It felt good to be with our Bravo fam again.
Yeah,
that's for sure. It was awesome that they wanted us to be there. It was 2 nights away from Cruz. You know, we're not away from Cruz very often. He's with us all the time, and we were both missing him so bad. Whenever we got back to Kentucky, we were like chasing and pushing each other, like almost like we were trying to get to the finish line first to see who got to hug Cruz first. We get through the doors and he was asleep. It was nap time. But he was so happy to see us when he woke up.
So then we decided to jump on a plane and head to Vegas, where we met up with Sheena and Brock for the opening of Fantasy Lab, which was awesome. We stayed at the new resort, the Conrad, which is in Vegas, which is a very cool resort. It's the World Resort.
Resort World.
Resort World.
Yeah.
First time there. Very cool, huge, overwhelming. It was crazy.
Cruz and Summer were running around. They loved all the rooms. It was like very psychedelic and super cool. They had our dogs framed in these like huge photo frames, and they had Sophie with angel wings, our dog that passed away. It meant so much to me. Of course, I was like crying because I saw the photos of Sophie. That was just such a sweet touch.
So if you were checking our Instagram out and you were asking where we were, it was called Fantasy Lab LV.
Yeah.
It's a really, really cool place. They open it for kids during the day, and then in the evening it goes into an adults only.
Yeah.
Obviously there's cocktails and everything. To be honest, I would love to go back as with my wife, of course, but I'd like to go back and do it maybe on some mushrooms because it would be a lot of fun if you were on something in there. But it was such a cool experience again with the dogs. I mean, I'm still talking about it. I don't know if you guys look at our Instagram, but we posted pictures of our dogs on the walls in this place, and it was just so cool that they did this. And even little Sophie, who our late dog who passed away, they even did a picture of her. So it was very, very sweet and very cool.
Yes.
We had a great, great time. And then Brittany said, "I'm going out," and I took the baby. We went back to the hotel room. And Brittany went out
with Sheena for a little bit. We were home by like 11 o'clock. It's not like we actually stayed out that late. I was so exhausted after traveling for that long.
Who'd you run into?
Flying back and forth and back and forth. Oh, we ran into Perez Hilton and hung out with him all night for a while. That was pretty cool.
How'd that go?
I think that was my first time meeting him in person. But yeah, it was fine. He was nice and everything. At first, I felt like he was kind of standoffish. And then I was like, after some time where I felt like he was kind of not really talking to me much and was only talking to Sheena, I was like...
That's because I had a little bit of a Twitter war with him back in the day.
It just dawned on me. And I was like, do you not like my husband?
Did you say that?
Yeah, that's what I asked him. And he was like, I can't remember exactly what he said, but he was something like, not really. We got into it once or something. I was like, I knew something was up because I could tell that you were acting a little different towards me. And I was like, he's changed a lot. And I was trying to take up for you. And he was like, oh, okay, that's good to hear. Just kind of talking like nice about it. But what did you do?
I feel like you're always doing damage control for me.
I am. I'm always trying to get people to see the good in you.
I mean, but look what he does for a living. He just goes online and, taunts
bashes
people. And puts white lines in everybody's noses on with paint and everything. And I just didn't like that. I didn't like how he went after and attacked a lot of, people that just didn't deserve it. So I kind of went off on him on Twitter.
Well, Jax, you go off on everybody.
Of course I do. Of course. You don't throw rocks in glass houses.
Yeah, exactly. He was nice to me, though. He was. But I could tell something was off in the beginning. I was just like, you don't like my husband, do you? Because I've never met him. So, me, I'm not going to be mean to somebody.
I know. When you walked in the room and told me, guess who I ran into? I was kind of like, oh, God.
Well, I didn't know that history, but I could just sense that something was off
That's
there.
Water under the bridge. It was years ago.
Yeah, who cares?
I don't really sleep over it.
He was nice, and that's all that matters to me. But yeah, it was such an interesting week. We had so much fun. Got to spend a lot of time with Sheena and Brock, and the babies got to play together, and it was just a lot of fun. New York City was crazy, though, because, the fires in Canada were so bad and so crazy that the sky was yellow. The air quality was horrible, even in New York City. So while we were there, the mayor was saying not to go outside. I mean, it was a whole thing. So prayers to everybody, in Canada that had to deal with these fires. That was absolutely
literally
terrible.
Walking outside, it was like campfire. I mean, you couldn't breathe. Everybody had masks on again, and it was tough. I had to get up early one morning and do Claudia's podcast, The Toast, which was my first time doing her podcast, and I am a toaster. Big fan of Claudia and her sister Jackie. Was a lot of fun. Claudia can talk so fast, so to keep up with her was interesting. She had some great questions. I'm not sure if you guys listen to the Toast with Claudia, but you should if you don't. She's an amazing girl, and we have so much fun. So we did that. Then coming home from that was... what did we do after that? What did we do after I came over the podcast? Oh, then we went to the event.
We went to the event. It was super, super fun. And then, of course, Vegas was at the end. We came back to LA yesterday, actually. We just got back. And
oh, wait. I'm sorry.
First thing I did, we went to Home Depot and got Jax what is it called? A blower?
Before we get into that real quick, I forgot to mention, I'm sorry, after the reunion party, we got together with Ariana's new boyfriend, and I just want to say I really, really like that guy. Super, super nice. I know you've seen him probably on social media, but my first time hanging out with him, and he was really, really cool. We had some drinks, and we talked. Actually,
he was super nice.
Yeah. So anyway, I just want to get back.
Happy for them. Big upgrade. Whoop whoop.
Well, so back to Home Depot, my favorite place.
Yeah, we go to Home Depot, and Jax is wanting to get a blower for his new turf, that one that has a sucker. He's so weird about his backyard. What do you call it? A vacuum?
Well, we got turf in the backyard now.
Yeah,
I know this is real interesting stuff. Everybody's so on their edge of their seat right now.
But anyways, you wanted a vacuum cleaner, so we ended up getting, or not a vacuum cleaner. It could either blow the leaves.
That vacuums.
Yes. So he wanted one of those. So we got him an early Father's Day present from me and Cruz. So that was our week. It was crazy, but it was a lot of fun. When Reality Hits is brought to you by HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. It's farm-fresh, pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep.
Get farm-to-table quality with every HelloFresh box. HelloFresh's seasonal ingredients are picked at peak ripeness and travel from the farm to your doorstep in less than 7 days for fresh flavor in every bite. Go to HelloFresh.com/RealityHits16 and use code RealityHits16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping.
That's amazing. 16 free meals.
I mean, the amount of times I'm hearing free is crazy right now,
awesome.
Especially with how expensive shipping is right now, how expensive food is right now.
Figuring out what's for dinner is not at the top of anyone's summer activity wish list.
No
HelloFresh delivers mouthwatering, chef-crafted recipes and fresh ingredients to your door so you can spend your summer doing, whatever you want to be doing. Like we want to be in our pool and having fun, and it's just amazing to have these chef-created, amazing, delicious, healthy meals.
And you know what? It takes the thinking out of it. I said this many times. Half of the arguments that Brittany and I have are what we're going to eat for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This just eliminated that.
And a lot of people just love HelloFresh. We love it too. HelloFresh Market has new snacks, meals, and more to add to your weekly order, like their fun s'mores bundle for the kids.
We tried that out. We have a fire pit in our backyard, and we definitely tried that s'mores bundle out. I enjoyed it just as much as Cruz did.
Absolutely delicious. HelloFresh makes entertaining easy with a selection of crowd-pleasing eats, like their bratwurst bar and caramelized onions, Dijonnaise slaw, and pineapple relish, or a snack board with pretzel bites, spice bar nuts, and hot honey peach jam.
Well, there's
delicious, mouth-watering.
There's all our food for our next party.
Yeah, seriously. Plus, reach your goals with delicious calorie-smart and protein-smart lunch and dinner options, plus new vegan recipes, too. HelloFresh literally has something for everyone, and I love that. And if you're trying to lose weight, they have the calorie-smart and protein-smart lunch and dinner options. I mean, that is amazing. Everybody's working on their summer body, so this is a go-to.
I can't stop looking at the bratwurst bar with caramelized onions, Dijonnaise slaw.
We're getting that in our next order.
Pretzel bites?
Yes. Go to HelloFresh.com/RealityHits16 and use code RealityHits16 for 16 free meals plus free shipping.
There's that word again, free.
Woo!
Do you fantasize about who you'd be if you lived somewhere different? Maybe you'd surf if you lived by the ocean. Or if you lived above a coffee shop, maybe you'd finally write that novel. If you had a dishwasher, maybe you'd actually cook a proper dinner at home. With over 1 million available units for rent on Apartments.com, the you abilities are endless. And with instant alerts, you'll never miss out on seeing what could be your new perfect place. Visit Apartments.com, the place to find a place.
I'm Lola.
And I'm Megan.
And we're the hosts of Trust Me, Cults, Extreme Belief, and Manipulation. We both have childhood cult experiences, and we're here to debunk the myths about people who join them
and show that anyone can be manipulated.
Our past interviews include survivors and former members of the Manson family,
NXIVM,
MS-13, Teal Swan,
Heaven's Gate, Children of God,
and the Branch Davidians. Join us every week as we help you spot the red flags.
Get new episodes of Trust Me every Wednesday on Podcast One
or wherever you get your podcasts.
Oh, yeah. Wait, another thing that happened this week is my Cup She collab dropped. And that was amazing. That's been so much fun. So everybody check out my Cup She collab.
I know all the girls, especially at the Toast, were talking about that. They got their bathing suits.
The bathing suits and the dresses are so amazing. And it's all about empowering women and being able to feel great in your own skin and having support for all different body types. And that just means a lot to me, especially after having a baby. I don't talk about it much, but I do have stretch marks and loose skin on my lower tummy, something that I can be insecure about, but you still want to feel amazing in a bathing suit. And that's why this collab was really important to me. And I hope that I can inspire other women to feel confident and let out their tiger stripes, because we are strong. That's for sure.
And not to.
Oh yeah, don't you have something going on?
James and I, yes, that's what I said. James and I are throwing a party at Sir.
That's going to be insane.
Oh my gosh, I'm preparing for this because I know it's sold out in 5 minutes. It's going to be intense.
I can't believe you and James are doing something together.
I'm going to need to crazy. I'm going to do some yoga beforehand. Drink a lot of water.
Yeah,
I have no idea what to expect. I haven't done something like this in a couple years. It's been a long time. I can't wait to talk about it on our next podcast.
I'm sure it's going to be crazy.
James and I are throwing a party at Sir. I'm ready for it.
Also, this coming weekend is Father's Day.
Oh, that's right. I'm very excited.
Like I said earlier, we did already get Jax his leaf blower / vacuum, and then I got a couple of little sweet things that I'm getting for Jax. But what did you want to do all day on Father's Day?
Well, what I want to do all day on Father's Day, which I know what I'm going to be doing. So this company called Gold Belly sent me an amazing package, 2 beautiful tomahawk steaks. And I don't know if you guys know this or not. I am a huge meat eater. I'm a big meat eater. I love all kinds of meat. And I've never had tomahawk steaks before. That's out of my price range for meat. But so I got them ready to go. They're in the freezer right now.
But let's be real. Who's going to be cooking them?
Brittany's probably going to be cooking them. But I'm so excited. I've been Googling how to cook these bad boys. My dream, and I'm going to make this dream come true. So Father's Day, we're going to be grilling some tomahawks.
At the pool
with Cruzy and my beautiful wife. And we're going to have baked potatoes, corn on the cob. We're going to be playing in the pool. That's my ideal Father's Day. If I can have my favorite, Brittany was like, what do you want to do on Father's Day? You can do anything you want.
For Mother's Day, I wanted to go to Moon Shadows, and we did. It was amazing.
I did everything that Brittany wanted to do. What I want to do is I want to be in my backyard barbecuing with my family.
Yeah.
I think that's, to me, is what Father's Day is. And that's how I spent every Father's Day with my dad. He never wanted to go anywhere. He just wanted to be at home with his wife and his kids, and he wanted to barbecue. And
I think that'll be perfect.
I'm tearing up right now just because I'm thinking about my dad right now. And I just think that's just the best Father's Day you can possibly have. So I'm super excited. Brittany, all you have to do is give me a couple baked potatoes and a couple cobs on the corn, and we'll call it a day.
Cobs on the corn.
A couple cobs on the corn, couple cobs.
No, we will do it all. It's going to be perfect. And I got you some little sweet special things from Cruise. We'll talk about that.
You guys already got me my leaf blower, so I'm excited about that. But anyway, I'm super excited. Thank you guys again for the company from Gold Belly for sending me those beautiful steaks. I cannot wait. We'll talk about them next week.
Hopefully I can make them right. I've never cooked on the grill where you have to put the string around and everything. I mean, I'm going to YouTube it up and make these things delicious.
Love it.
So y'all are moving around a lot these days, going from LA to Kentucky to New York. That's a lot for a grown adult to handle, let alone a 2-year-old boy. How does he handle moving around the country like that?
Well, the time difference from LA to Kentucky is 3 hours. So he's 3 hours ahead whenever he got to Kentucky. The first couple nights were not easy. I traveled with him by myself. Jax came up a couple days later just because I want Cruz to spend as much time with his family and his cousins as he can.
And I don't like leaving my house for that long.
Yeah. So whenever we got there, the first couple days, he was definitely very off schedule. He was taking really late naps because of the 3-hour time change. So then he wasn't going to bed till super late. But over time, he was able to get back on a normal schedule. He started taking his naps earlier. He started going to bed earlier. And then he just got used to the time change. We didn't take him with us to New York. He stayed in Kentucky, so he didn't have to deal with traveling there. He got to go to Malibu Jax and do fun things with my dad and with my mom, and his cousin Presley. So he was able to kind of keep that the same. And then we went to Vegas and we got back on the LA time. And he actually didn't do that bad. He is one amazing traveler, I will say.
He's an amazing
he
traveler.
Is such a good kid. He is so chill. He's so calm. He just likes to like look at his books and play with his toys. And he does all these like number games and letter games so that he can learn the alphabet and everything. And he's just so smart. He is just amazes me every single day. We've traveled with Cruz like, golly, he's traveled a bunch. How many times has he traveled now? He's been to Miami. He's been to Vegas other times. He's been to Kentucky multiple times. He's been to Michigan. He went to Mexico for Sheena's wedding.
Yeah, he's even got a passport that's stamped. And
he's got his passport now, finally.
Yeah.
But yeah, he is a really, really good traveler. Afterwards, people are like, he was so good. And it just makes you feel good, you know, whatever he's doing so good and other people notice it. Like, I didn't even know there was a baby on this plane. I'm like, oh, thanks.
He's at such a fun age right now, too, where it's
so
like every day is
fun.
something new and cute.
Learning so much. Like, he just is amazing me every single day. And he's coming out of his shell a lot, you know? Like, around my family, we had so many family members in town for my brother's wedding, and Cruz was just going around to people and, like, making them laugh and running around being the center of attention, acting like a little ham. I mean, it's just the cutest thing to see. It really amazes me.
Would you ever take him to Malta?
Oh,
Funny story
yeah.
about that. First of all, happy birthday to my dad in heaven.
Yes.
And just so happens that my sister and her husband are in Malta today.
Yes.
They've been on a 2-week European adventure. They were in Italy. They went all over Italy, and they actually left Italy today. The place they were at was in Tropea. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but they stayed at a beautiful Airbnb. I posted the pictures on my social media. Just gorgeous, gorgeous place.
And it's really cool that she got to be in Malta on your dad's birthday.
Yeah, and she's in Malta on my dad's birthday.
Yeah.
My dad loved these little things called pazzitzis, and she's there. She's like, the first thing I'm doing is getting off the plane is I'm going to the bakery to get some pazzitzis.
We'll have to take a fireball shot for your dad later tonight.
Yeah, and I don't know, obviously, and if you guys know this or you don't know this, my father is Maltese. And, you know, my dad's side of the family is all Maltese. And it's just such a beautiful, beautiful place. It kind of just reminds me of a smaller Italy.
I think we would definitely take Cruz, but wait till he's older. Because right now, he just wants to run and play and do all the boy things. Like, he's such a boy. And, like, I don't think that he would understand the beauty and, like, what it means that he's actually from here and this and that. So, but I would definitely love to take him, like, when he's, like, 10,
when he gets a little older.
You know?
Right now, Legoland is the next on the list. I'm trying to get him to Legoland. But yeah, I'm just, like I said, today's my dad's birthday, and it's just really cool that my sister gets to be in Malta on his birthday. So
Happy birthday, Ron.
I miss him terribly, you know, every day. And I know he's looking down on me, and I know he's looking down on Cruz, and it's just, So happy birthday, Dad.
So talking about your dad for a second, how do you think your dad would act about Cruz?
Oh, he would love him. He would love him. He would just, I know my dad couldn't wait till I had kids. He wasn't sure if I was going to have them, but, you know, he always used to say, if you ever do, you know, he's like, I can't wait to, you know, be a grandfather. And he's like, I know you're going to be a good dad. And, you know, and yeah, I just think he would adore him. He would adore him like it was me, you know, and I think he would love to spoil him. I think we would be in Florida constantly right now.
Yeah.
We'd be in Florida a lot right now if he was still around. So, yeah, I think he would be the best granddad ever.
I think
just
so
spoil
too.
the hell out of him.
I think he would have absolutely loved him.
I mean, if he was any way like he treated me, he would have a lot of fun.
Are you dealing with a house full of picky eaters?
Yep.
Meet Hungry Root, the people-pleasing solution to all of your grocery shopping and cooking stress. I definitely live with 2 picky eaters, you and Cruz. Cruz is super picky right now. I'm trying to get him to eat all kinds of different things, but, you know, he picks and chooses what he wants, just like his dad, who will eat a hot dog with no ketchup or mustard on it. I've never seen that in my life. But you two are so picky. Hungry Root is the easiest way to get fresh, high-quality food delivered to your door. They've got healthy groceries and simple recipes all in one place.
Take a fun, short quiz at Hungry Root will get to know you, your goals, and how you like to eat. What flavors do you like? What kitchen appliances you like to use? They keep your needs top of mind and start building your cart.
Hungry Root will recommend groceries based on your taste. Take their suggestions or choose anything you want. They've got fresh produce, high-quality meat and seafood, pantry staples, healthy snacks and sweets, and much more.
I love that stuff. I'm not going to lie. Just because we are so busy and we're always on the go, this stuff is just so easy. You pop it in the oven real quick, pop it in the microwave.
And you get recipes. You get healthy recipes. You get all kinds of different foods that you might not try by yourself. And I just love that because I love trying new things and I love trying new recipes.
And let's be honest, one of the biggest arguments we have is what are we going to eat?
Yes,
what are we going to have?
Seriously.
So this just takes all the thinking out of it. You just pop it in. Hey, Brittany, what am I going to eat?
It's all based on what you like and your favorite things.
And I love it that you set it all out for us and you just say, hey, pop that in, and then you're done.
Right now, Hungry Root is offering When Reality Hits with Jax and Brittany listeners 30% off your first delivery and free veggies for life.
Wait, free veggies for life?
Yes. Just go to hungryroot.com/reality to get 30% off your first delivery and get your free veggies.
Do you know how expensive vegetables are at the grocery store?
Especially in LA.
Oh my gosh, free for life? That is worth it just for that.
Yes, that's hungryroot.com/reality. Don't forget to use our link so they know who sent you.
Hey everyone, it's Heather Dubrow. Well, after 7 years and hundreds of episodes, I thought it was time to give the podcast a little facelift. We are now Let's Talk with Heather Dubrow. Same old me, but with a new spin. We'll have candid, fun, insightful conversations with my friends and experts to help you live your best life. And yes, I will continue to pull back the curtain on what's going on in my world. So get new episodes of Let's Talk with Heather Dubrow on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
I guess we got to start talking about, you know what?
Yep.
Let's get into it. Let's get into why
we were in New York in the first place with the reunion.
Okay, what did everybody think of that reunion?
That was definitely the craziest of all three parts. It was definitely the best to watch of all three.
Can I ask you one question? I've never asked you. What did you think of the surprise? Now, I called it. I knew what it was going to be. And again, I wasn't wrong. I figured what it was going to be.
Everybody, I think for the most part, people figured that they had hooked up the entire time. I mean, we're already saying that. Sheena was 100% right. If you guys remember on the podcast episode where we had Sheena and Brock on a couple episodes ago, they were talking about how when they were in Mexico that Raquel took her friend Jenny out of her room, said that it was because of production and that Sheena thought for sure they were hooking up there, and it was 100% true. She finally admitted at the very end, Raquel did, that it was true and they hooked up multiple times in Mexico. So it's like everybody was calling it. Of course, this is after the fact. Everybody started, picking up the pieces and noticing. But Sheena called it spot on.
And the coaching obviously has been going on because you can saw at the end, the last 5 minutes of the reunion when she said, we try to get our story straight.
This is the part we wanted to get our story straight. Yep.
And I got to say, if we're going to talk about this, how people are kind of changing their views on Rachel right now. Where do you stand with Rachel right now? Where are you starting to feel a little bit of...
What I think is I hope that she is getting help because at the end, I think it showed a different side that she finally came clean and she was crying and she was showing her emotion that she did kind of, had more remorse. She was still doing that smiley thing. But I think that it's very important to keep up on her mental health and, make sure that they're okay as well, even though, they did do a terrible thing. But we kind of have to, I don't know. Not that nobody's going to be reaching out or forgiving or anything right now by any means. It's not our place to do that in the first place. But I don't know. I'm just glad that she came forward and actually told the truth, even though she had obviously been coached to say something different. I mean, Sandoval just blatantly lied throughout the entire reunion.
I almost feel like the reunion was just it was a waste of time.
Because
they
he
just
lied the whole time. And then at the very end, Raquel... Finally, I'm so glad she finally came out and said the truth. Everybody knew that they were lying, but I'm proud of her for coming out and at least telling that truth. They were still trying to lie about the St. Louis. And,
I know. He literally goes, we've never been to St. Louis. And they cut to a picture of them in St. Louis.
Yeah, it's
dude, there's stuff out there. You cannot lie. The way the internet is, the social media is, you cannot lie.
Yeah, so that's why I'm very glad that Raquel finally put on her big girl pants and told the truth, because I think Sandoval was just going to lie and never tell the truth.
Never. And do you think,
it seemed like he was never going to tell.
How do you think this happened? So it said 6 days later, Rachel sits down to tell
She
her
had
story.
an interview,
Did
exit
somebody?
interview.
Do you think somebody from production said, "Listen, we know you're full of shit"?
Probably because they had photos and
Right.
stuff. I mean, we know how production works, but like they needed to get the truth out there because everybody just watched that whole reunion and they were just lying the whole time.
And Sandoval is the only one that's in her corner right now. So
Yeah, so she
knowing
thought she
that-
was going to lose him
Right.
if she told the truth. So that's sad.
So
I
she's
feel like
really
she
putting,
really had been coached.
She's really risking it all
Yeah.
by kind of saying all this, which and
I'm
it's-
glad she did say something.
And
though.
I feel like there's still more. In fact, I know there's still
Oh
more.
yeah, there has to be more.
Oh yeah.
But
There's
at
a lot
least she
more.
like opened the door and started telling a little bit of the truth. And I thought Ariana just like killed it. I mean, the way she handled herself and like, yeah, people were cussing and people were digging and going in. You have to remember that's the first time they had been in the same room with Tom and Raquel. It was like 2 weeks later. All this time hadn't passed. I feel like everybody's judging them for like how hard they went in, but people don't realize that this wasn't filmed just like 2 days ago. This was filmed weeks
right.
ago,
There was
whenever
so
it was
much
still
buildup.
brand new and they hadn't even been in the same room with each other. So I think some people need to, give a little bit of a break there because people are just such trolls on the internet on all sides.
Right. I think just the adrenaline was raging.
Yes.
The buildup was there. Like
Yeah.
they had so much. I mean, those girls were ready to go.
Yes.
They were ready to go.
And I mean, some of the one-liners and stuff were just hilarious. Like Lala was cracking me up. Yeah, she was a little harsh. She knows it, but still, she was just cracking me up. James with his little poo-poo head and stuff. It was just cracking me up.
What did you think about Rachel wanting the throuple or whatever?
Oh,
What
yeah.
did you think about that? Like,
I thought, that just shows you how disconnected from reality they were about this whole situation because obviously Ariana was not going to have that. She said many times they were not in an open relationship.
Right.
It wasn't going to happen. Now, me and you, we love Sister Wives, the show on TLC.
Side note.
Yeah, it is so funny. That is actually one of the shows that we like. It's like hilarious. But no, I could never see that happening. Like that's not going to happen. And I think that obviously it never should have gotten to that point. Tom should have actually broken up or done something or came clean a long, long time ago.
He also
this should
didn't
have
have-
never even been a situation.
he also didn't have any emotion until Lisa Vanderpump goes, "You need to
Oh, at
show
the
emotion."
reunion.
So it's almost like,
Yes.
okay, remember to do that. Remember to cry on cue. And
I mean, he
like I
can
said,
cry on cue.
I've known Tom for a long time. He knows how to cry on cue.
Yeah.
He knows. That was all an act. I don't feel sorry for that at all. And also because after this, even when I kind of remotely was kind of trying to say, man, they're being attacked, because I know what it's like to be attacked on
Yeah.
a reunion. I get it. But then they go back into the back room when it's over and they just laugh. They're laughing and giggling and being like, okay, well, that wasn't bad. It's almost kind of like it didn't faze them at all. So it's kind of like you want to feel bad for them, but then they go in and just laugh it off. So it's kind of like they didn't have any emotion. It's almost, that's the scary part. They were just laughing and they're like, she's like, okay, gotta go. She wasn't crying at the end. She wasn't sad. I don't know if it's because, again, the adrenaline was going so high, but I have a hard time feeling bad for them when they just left the thing and then started laughing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's almost like they're loving this, that it's all about this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
No, exactly. Because that did show a different side, like where they could sit there and laugh about it after all that just happened on the episode. Like, how can you go backstage and laugh?
And you got to say, Ariana was 100% correct about Sandoval coaching Rachel.
Yeah.
You can tell at the end when she finally came clean.
Yeah.
Like she literally said, this Sandoval wanted to do this. Sandoval said, this is what I don't want this to come out. It'll hurt more. Sandoval said this.
Yep.
Sandoval, she goes, we worked on the timelines. Like she literally came out verbatim and said, we worked on the timelines together.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's just proof.
It's
that
proof.
she was right. I mean,
Yeah,
and Ariana said even whenever she was dating him that he would do that. He would try to be like, let's get our story straight. Let's do this. Let's do that. You can't do that. You got to be like,
no, because
that's not
we
gonna
sign up
work.
for this show. We
Yeah.
put it all out there. The whole cast puts it all out there.
Yeah.
You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
If you're going to do this and live this world, which
The
no one's
good and
putting
the
a gun
bad
to your
is
head,
gonna
okay?
happen, yeah.
And you can't be like, oh, why are we going to do this and why we can't film? Like, no one's putting a gun to your head. There's people would kill to be on a reality show. They would kill to be on a reality show. And you're given this opportunity and you're yelling at the producers, you're yelling at the cameraman whose their job is to get that. That's their job.
Yeah.
So telling them off does you no good and you look stupid.
Exactly. I will say on a funny note, Sheena's expressions and like yelling moments in the camper were hilarious. Like, there's so many memes of her right now that are going around. And just the fact that they still had to do that whole back and forth thing because the restraining order was just so crazy to me. But it was really funny seeing Sheena, like, just with her little white claw and her long ass nails, just being like screaming to the TV. That was really funny.
Yeah, that was kind of humorous. I wonder if Rachel felt stupid about the restraining order, like, during this whole thing, because they were kind of like, okay, Rachel, you need to leave because of the restraining order. Like, she's kind of like, oh God, why did I do this? You kind of just added fuel to the fire. Yeah. You know, it kind of made it silly. Where do you think it goes from here? Do you think Rachel comes back next season? I'm going to say possibly yes. I'm going to say that it's going to be, I don't know. It's going to be talked about. If she does, it may be minimal. But I'm going to say that, yeah, she comes back minimally. What do you think?
I think that she will come back because Bravo is 100% going to want them back because this got so huge.
Of course.
So whether or not, but then again, like, if she is in a bad place mentally, like, I don't think that's a good idea either. So
no,
I don't really know what is going to happen there.
And I think her parents have some say in this now, from what I've been told. I don't know that for sure, but I heard that her parents are pulling her. Or are going to pull her, or something like along those lines.
Oh, of course. I just think if it's, like I said, if it's going to be bad for her mental health and if she really is going through all this, they just need to watch out for that because you can only push somebody so far. And going through all this publicly is just worse.
She's a tough one to read.
Yeah.
Like, I can't figure out if this is a game, if this is a gimmick, if she's really messed up. I can't tell. If you know, I have my moments where I'm like, God, she's an idiot. But then you're like, maybe she's calculated.
You've said this like for the past like 5 episodes.
Man, I'm so good at reading people, especially on this show. I can read everybody.
Yeah.
I cannot figure her out.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like the same thing with Sandoval's crying. Like, I hope people don't buy this because that's not real.
Yeah. I mean, he did have acting classes, so everybody needs to remember that.
There's probably a lot of people that wish you two were on this season. What would the reunion have been like if you two were in the room?
Oh, gosh.
Well, I know where I would be.
I think Jax would be going crazy and everything. I think I would be a little bit more silent because it would be Ariana's place more so, and I think I would just be kind of more like having her back, kind of like how Katie and Sheena were, you know. But I see Jax exploding like a James and Lala. What do you think, Jax?
Yeah, I would have went after him. You know me. I don't have a filter. I have a very short fuse. And obviously Sandoval has said a lot of things to me that has got under my skin. He's pretty much been a hypocrite about pretty much everything he's ever said about me. I mean, I think the proof is in the pudding. I really don't need to say anything. If you've watched the show since the beginning, you know that everything he said to me, he's done. He's a hypocrite, you know, and him going, I think he said, well, Kristen cheated on me. And well, let's make it very clear. When that all happened, he was cheating on Kristen at the time. I was not dating Stassi at all. So that is never happened. So you can't just keep, but that's his MO. His MO is throwing the like word around. God, if he threw around that like word one more time, I was going to lose it. I literally was going to lose it. And then he deflects and then he says the word but. He can't just say, you know what? I messed up, whatever. But he goes, but. He can't just own it. And still at the end of the reunion, the final reunion, he still had to lie. He couldn't just come clean. I can't tell you what it's like to just come clean, get that weight off your shoulders.
Because you have to admit, and I always call you out, you did try to lie and hide things for a long time, but eventually you would come out and like tell the truth.
Always have.
And I think that Sandoval was going to try to take this to his grave and think that him and Raquel were just not going to tell anything. And that is just crazy to me. Like, I don't get what they thought was going to happen because this just went crazy.
MJ Sharon wants to know, Jax, you still have that Tom and I tattoo?
I actually do. I was talking about that the other day. If I was going to keep this tattoo, if I was going to remove it, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with it yet. Actually, I'm kind of going to be getting a tattoo within the next couple of weeks. I definitely want to get my son's name on me somewhere, but that's great that you asked that because literally I was thinking if I'm going to get rid of that or not. I don't know. That was a moment in my life, a decade in my life, It's not more really about him as a person. It was us as a group, I think. And I'm not sure. I might keep it. I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about it.
I think you should keep it just because it's like part of your history.
I'm not keeping it because of Tom Sandoval per se. I'm keeping it because of that moment in time.
And because it was on Vanderpump Rules. Like that, a lot of people don't get to experience being on reality TV and doing the things that we've got to do in our lives. So I don't know. I think it's cool to keep like little mementos and memories
and for those of
things that we've gotten to do.
And for those of you who don't know what we're talking about right now, I can't remember what season was, but I got a tattoo that says Tom, Tom, and I.
Instead of getting my name, because that's a curse for you.
Yeah.
So you got Tom and Tom, which is also a curse, I think.
I guess it's a curse, too. I think everybody's name has ended up being cursed. I mean, like, you'd think I would have learned first, second, third. I mean, yeah, getting names is a curse, unless it's your kids. That's what I got to say.
Which we're getting. I'm going to get a little something for Cruz, too.
Yeah.
Because he's the best thing ever.
So based on what you just said right there, you say people get into a relationship and they post things all over their social media and there's pictures and then they break up. What do y'all think about keeping that on your feed because it was a memento of your history versus taking it all down and trying to revise your history?
I guess it depends on how you broke up or how you ended the relationship. I've seen people delete stuff right up because maybe they were in an abusive relationship or, just a toxic relationship. Then I can understand deleting it. But if it was just a breakup because, things didn't work out, but we're still friends, yeah, keep it on there. I don't see a problem with that. But I guess it really depends on how the relationship ended. And I think that's basically, my answer on that one. I think it's just basically how you feel about it. I don't have, I guess I do have pictures. Do I have pictures on my Instagram of any of my exes? I don't know.
I don't know. I haven't went back that far.
Yeah, I haven't gone back that far.
I care less.
Like I said, it doesn't matter.
I don't think I have any pictures of my ex on my profile anymore, and probably because you would probably be the jealous one over anything like that, Jax.
Yeah, but then again, I haven't dug down that deep of a rabbit hole on your Instagram. So.
I think I went through and deleted pictures like a long time ago because I had so many from like way a long time ago that were just ridiculous that I might have taken down.
I guess it's to each his own, teach his own.
Sometimes you don't want to have too many photos on your Instagram either for your like algorithms or whatever the hell it's called in your feed and your grid and all that stuff.
You break up as mutually. I can see leaving it on there, but if you're in a situation like Lala, no. I would delete all that.
Yeah. Lala went immediately and deleted all the pictures of that roast man off our profile, and I understand that 1,000%.
You don't want to be reminded of that.
Again, if you haven't seen the Randall scandal, you got to watch it so that you can learn a little bit more about this twerp.
Little update on that. He still has not paid me back or returned any of my lawyer's emails.
He is still the troll of the week every week.
And I've gotten massive texts from poker players, from producers, from saying he owes everybody and their brother money. And they're all trying to get me my money. But I feel like I'm very low on the totem pole when it comes to paying people back, which sucks, but I don't know what to do at this point. You have my lawyer, I reach out to him. I don't know what to do.
Yeah,
I don't know what to do.
People were definitely asking if you had gotten your money back.
I mean,
yet.
I'm still trying. I got people reaching out to me with stuff that he doesn't want online. He's got ex-poker players saying, "Hey, I got some stories for you. I know he doesn't want in public. Here they are. Maybe send them to your lawyer. That way, maybe your lawyer can send to his lawyer and say, "Hey, listen, he's going to post this on social media if you don't pay." Like I'm at that point right now where I have a bunch of stories in my phone from ex-producers, writers, people he's done wrong. He's gotten even involved with mob, like people like, big time poker players. We're talking multimillionaires that he owes, and it's all online. And, like I said, people were sending this stuff, and I'm getting to the point where I'm going to have to post this on social media or take it to the LA Times or whatever, because like I said, it's a lot of money, and I'm not a corporation. I'm a family guy, and that money means a lot to me. So
yep. So still troll of the week.
Yeah, he's going to be the troll of the week until we get that money. So
yeah, goodness gracious.
Anybody out there want to help me with this? That would be great.
Catherine 2114 wants to know thoughts on the T-shirt comment from you, and especially Jax. I know you are probably disgusted like us.
Oh, yeah, that burned me up. Talking about whenever Tom said,
my God.
What did he say? Oh, yeah, you kept your shirt on. That was real hot or real sexy. I can't remember exactly what he said, but it was just absolutely disgusting. I can't believe that he would say that, especially because, like, so many women around the world, I know that they just felt that to their core, because sometimes you don't feel very sexy and maybe you want to have your shirt on or you feel insecure about something. But, like, a man should never call that out and make you feel unattractive because of it. Like, that is absolutely disgusting.
Especially on national television.
On national television to millions of people.
How was
Just terrible. I mean, look how hot Ariana is. Who cares if she wears a freaking shirt? Like, relax. You're sitting here cheating the whole entire time and you're going to call her out for wearing a t-shirt? Oh, it was just disgusting.
And then he says, how could we not lie about this?
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Just it's just like, he's just not apologetic enough to Ariana at all whatsoever. And that just burns me alive. But that t-shirt comment, even after everything he's done to say that on national TV, and even just to say it at all, was absolutely disgusting, right?
Absolutely. I don't know how you could say something. I mean, even if it was just that comment alone, that would irk me to the core.
Yeah.
I just kind of like, it's like you twisted that. Like, keep your mouth shut. You don't have a leg to stand on right now.
Yeah.
All you should be doing there is sitting there, apologizing, and taking it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Exactly.
You don't have to, what are we supposed to do? We were supposed to lie. You shouldn't be saying anything.
Yeah, that comment was bad too. Like, of course we had to lie about it. Look at them. Like how everybody was acting.
People are making us out to be such liars. Well, no shit. You lied like the whole.
Yeah.
Then you lied again.
And you lied the entire reunion.
Then you had a chance to finally come clean. To finally come clean, and you lied again. You wasted everybody's time on that reunion. And then the last 5 minutes come out, and Rachel goes, well, I have some more truth to tell. It's kind of like, Jesus, man. I mean, why couldn't you just do it during the reunion? Well, like, what is going on? It's like little bits at a time. How does anybody trust these people again?
Yeah, never. I don't think you can. Hopefully they can grow and learn from it. I want that for everybody, but geez, they dug themselves deep. All right, I think that's all for today. We've had so much fun here. We hope you guys loved our recap of this crazy reunion finale and everything else that's been going on. I hope everybody has a wonderful Father's Day this coming up Sunday. And thanks so much for listening to When Reality Hits with Jax and Brittany.
Thank you guys so much. And also don't forget to check out our merch. We have a new sweater coming out, a Mama's Beer Cheese. It is on the way. People have been asking. They're excited. It will be dropping soon.
Fanjoy.co/Jax and Brittany is where you get that. And don't forget to check out my Cup Sheet collab.
Don't forget to check out Brittany's Cup Sheet. And also follow us on social media at Mr. Jax Taylor, at Brittany. You're not going to want to miss the Jax and James party, where you're going to be live on Instagram, I'm sure. And
that's going to be crazy. And we have our fan room live coming up, where you guys can ask us any questions you want. So that'll be on the 15th at 2 p.m. So make sure you're tuning in. We will be posting on our social medias where you can get tickets for that. But it'll be a lot of fun.
June
you can
15th.
Interact with us, and we will answer your questions on the spot.
June
Let's
15th,
have some fun.
Fanjoy.
Yep.
Fan Club.
Fan Room Live.
Fan Room Live, 2 p.m. Join us. Until then, guys, thank you so much. It was another great week. It's going to be another crazy summer, and we'll talk to you later.
Yes. Thanks, guys.
See what hit blockbusters are streaming free during Popcorn Summer Movies on Pluto TV. Watch the first 4 Indiana Jones movies, or Minari and Maid of Honor. Plus, Pluto TV has hundreds of channels with thousands more movies, available on live and on demand. Download Pluto TV on all your favorite devices for free. Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.